Hi, I'm Vicki from Pelvic Floor Matters, and I'm here today to talk to you about pelvic floor exercises and what they are and how you can go about doing them. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to refresh you about the pelvic floor and what it actually looks like, because sometimes it's really good to get a visual on what you're actually going to be lifting. So here is the pelvis here, okay, your pelvic bones, your spine, and the front of your pubic bone here. And just if you look underneath here, we've got the urethra where you pee from, your vagina and your anus, and around here is a set of muscles. So it's not just one set of muscles, it's a few sets of muscles that you're going to be lifting. So there's this one's here, and then we've got, if we turn around inside, you've got a whole lot here. So it's just not like a singular hammock or a singular muscle that you're actually lifting up, you're actually lifting up all of these here. So it's a bit of work that you're going to be doing it, and if you haven't done this before, you might find it hard, and the reason being is that look at all these muscles you've actually got to lift. Okay. So when I get you to lift through, you'll be lifting up through some of the anus muscles and then through some of the muscles in the front as well. So I might get you to work from back to front, and this is what you're going to be lifting up internally. Okay, hopefully that makes sense when you go to do it visually. Okay. So a good way to get started with doing a pelvic floor exercise, we're just going to start off doing a pelvic floor exercise to begin with, is to, if you're sitting in a chair, to just maybe lean forward at the end of your chair here. Another good way of doing it is perhaps sitting on a Swiss ball or an exercise ball. They're nice and round, so when you're sitting on those, you can actually feel your whole vulva, the whole area of your genitals, sitting on it. And you can actually feel the perineum, which is the part between your anus and your vagina, lifting up. Okay. Another good way some people might find is that lying down on the ground or on the bed with their knees up and their feet flat on the floor. Or some people feel it lying on their sides with their knees drawn up a little bit, legs together. So you can just try different ways that are going to work best for you. Later on, you can do the standing up at the kitchen sink, or in line at the supermarket, or sitting in the car at the traffic lights. Sitting at the car at the traffic lights, you actually find when you're sitting in a car, you're actually a little bit back like this. So you need to be leaning forward. When you get a little bit better, you can try doing them at the traffic lights. But at the meantime, just try and find some cues. Try and do them about 2 or 3 times a day. So you're sitting on the edge of your chair here, with your feet just nice and flat on the floor, just relaxing your shoulders. The feeling that you want to do is that you want to lift up the internal parts, and you want to lift it up as if it's coming up towards your, right up inside. When you're doing it, you don't want to feel your buttock muscles tightening, or your thigh muscles tightening, or your abdominal muscles tightening, diaphragm coming up, or even your shoulders or your eyebrows. Okay, so you just want to just keep it nice and internal. Just relaxing here. I want you to take a deep breath in. So work with me on this one. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, and on the out breath, I want you to engage in your pelvic floor as if you're going to try and stop urine on the toilet. This is the action that you're after. I don't encourage you to actually do this on the toilet often. You can do it as a little tiny piece if you want to do it just once in the week, and then maybe the following week you can do it as well. But you don't want to be doing it every time, because you'll end up with urinary tract infections or other things that will upset you. So here you're just going to sit here on the end here, and you're going to engage in your pelvic floor. Let's get ready and have another try here. So I want you to breathe in and breathe out. I want you to draw up the pelvic floor muscles as if you're trying to stop a wee. And just hold it for as long as you can without contracting your buttock muscles and your thigh muscles. And then I just want you to let it go. Let them come back down. Really important for the amount of time that you've engaged in your pelvic floor is to relax your pelvic floor as well. Really important to be able to let it just release. Now, if you didn't quite get it the first time, that's okay. Just keep on practicing. If you don't feel like you can actually achieve it, or it feels like nothing's happening, keep on working on it for about a week or so. If it's not happening, then I would say maybe go and see a pelvic health physiotherapist, or perhaps your healthcare professional. Okay, So here we're just going to try it again. You might only be able to do it for 1 or 2 seconds. Some people might be able to do it for 10 seconds. But we're going to try again. So I just want you to breathe in and breathe out. Draw up through the pelvic floor as if you're trying to stop a wee. And just hold it. Now you should be able to breathe and talk as you're holding this. Remember, no engagement of the buttocks or the abdominal muscles or the shoulders or the diaphragm. And then just release it and let it come all the way down to the chair. Okay, it feels like it's going to the chair, but it's not actually going to the chair. So let's do that again. I want you to breathe in and breathe out and draw up through the pelvic floor muscles as if you're trying to stop a wee, holding it there. We're only going to hold on to it for a few seconds, and now release it and let it go. Okay, so that's the feeling that you're after. We've done about 3 or 4 of these. Your pelvic floor might be getting tired now. If it's getting tired, then this is the amount that you want to do. You might want to hold it for about 5 seconds and do about 4 of those, and then perhaps the next week, after you've done those all week, you'll be doing maybe 6 seconds and maybe try and do 5 of those, and try and do those 2 or 3 times a day for a week and just gradually build up. It's a bit like anything that you do. You can start off from the beginning and then just work your way up. Now sometimes people work with different analogies. So it could be that you're going to engage in your pelvic floor muscles like you are trying to draw up a pea through a straw. Or it might be that you're actually drawing up a thick milkshake from the straw. Some people will use the analogy of that you've got the corners of a silk hanky and you're trying to draw it up through your vagina with your pelvic floor muscles. If you want to try this at home to see if you are doing it, one way you can do it is that you can actually just put your fingers, remember I told you about being on the Swiss ball, that you can actually feel the perineum, the area between your vagina and your anus, you can feel that lifting. What you could do is lie on the ground and put your fingers on that area itself, and you should feel it lifting away from your fingers. It might be that you want to give your hands a good wash and insert a couple of fingers or one finger inside and feel it gripping around your finger, and that will be that you'll show that you're actually engaging your pelvic floor. It's like a lift and sucking up movement that you'll feel. Just some other ways that you can do that. Another thing I also talk about is trying to stop a fart. So you're working from that back passage that we looked at before on the model, and some people find it easier just working on the one thing to begin with, like you're working on lifting up through the vagina. Some people want to start working up through the back part and they find that easier. So if you might want to think about that you're going to engage in trying to stop a fart, that nobody else can see you doing it. Because when you try and stop a fart ordinarily, you clench your buttocks and you clench your thighs. This time you're going to try and clench a fart at a party in your tight pants, and you don't want anyone to notice behind you that you're stopping a fart, okay? So it's that kind of look you're just going to engage in through the back passage. Then, if you want to try and get even a bit more cleverer, or maybe you can do it straight away, that you engage from your back passage as if you're trying to stop a fart, engaging up through your vagina as if you're trying to stop a tampon falling out, engage through the urethra as if you're trying to stop a wee, and then let it all go down. So it's almost like, I talk to a lot of my clients about a plane taking off. So the plane's taking up off the ground like here. So first of all you're engaging through your back bottom, then through your vagina, then through your urethra. So the plane taking off analogy. It's quite an easy thing to think about if you're lying on the ground, and you can see that kind of movement there. So let's just all try that one more time. We're just going to have a nice relax. If you like, you can put your hand on your tummy and on your diaphragm to remind you not to engage through your stomach and your diaphragm. We're just going to breathe in and breathe out and draw up through the pelvic floor muscles that you want to engage, relaxing every other part of your body, holding it here, still breathing, and now let it go. And remember to relax it all the way down. Really important to allow that to happen, and let it go. Nice job. So that's the beginning stages of what you can do to actually engage in a pelvic floor muscle exercise. There are other ways that you may have heard about, like trying to lift up through an elevator, going up to the first floor, second floor, third floor, holding it and then coming back down, or maybe doing little quick flicks. They're great to do, but initially you want to be able to engage in your pelvic floor properly and know that you're doing good quality exercises before going on to doing those other little spectacular exercises as well. So I can look at those another day, but these are the particular ones that you want to do. So remember, key factors: relax, remember to not engage in your thigh, your buttocks, your abs, your diaphragm, your shoulders, your eyebrows, and just draw up through those pelvic floor muscles only, and hold them for as long as you feel comfortable, and then to let them come down and relax. Really important before you start your next one. And just gradually build up to how many you want to do. So the goal might be that you're going to do 10 lots of pelvic floor exercises, holding them for 10 seconds each, and doing those one time and then another time later on during the day, or maybe 3 times a day. So there you go. I hope you have fun with that. If you have any queries or any worries, please contact me at pelvicfloormatters.com, or you can contact your pelvic health physiotherapist or your private health care provider. Okay, because your pelvic floor matters to me and to you.